Hey everybody, welcome back to Vedic Sage. I'm Dr. Dhaliwal, and today we're going to talk about the general characteristics of Scorpio individuals. From an Ayurvedic perspective, all matter is made of 5 basic elements: ether, air, fire, water, and earth. We can see here that the elements condense down to form the doshas, which are basically the organization of qualities. For example, ether and air form the Vata dosha, fire and water form the Pitta dosha, and water and earth form the Kapha dosha. If we take a look at the first house, we can see here that Mars is the ascendant lord for Scorpio individuals, and Ayurveda looks upon Mars as being a Pitta planet. The first house generally represents the physical self, one's personality, and vitality. Scorpio is symbolized by the scorpion, and as we know, the tail of the Scorpio is filled with poison. Scorpio individuals often have an interest in chemistry, pharmacology, and drugs, and explains the natural calling towards medicine. Even further, because Mars is the ascendant lord for Scorpios, and Mars is a significator of accidents, injury, these individuals not only have a calling for medicine, but more specifically surgery, and even further is trauma surgery. In the same manner, if we take a look at the third house, Mars is exalted in the third house of courage. This helps to explain the strong nature of Scorpios. This strong and bold nature can at times make Scorpios often looked upon as troublemakers. On that note, if we take a look at the fourth house of parents, more specifically the mother, we can see that the fourth house is ruled by Saturn, which happens to be mutual enemies with the ascendant lord Mars. Likewise, by looking at the ninth house, which indicates the father, we can see that the ascendant lord Mars happens to be debilitated in the sign of Cancer, which is the ninth house of the father. So in the most subtlest way, Scorpios out there, you got to try your best not to fight with your parents. Realize that it's the influences of the planets. So stay cool, stay calm, and just try to go through these issues the most thoughtful way possible. If we take a look at the ninth house, which is ruled by the moon, and the moon happens to be debilitated in the sign of Scorpio, which of course is the first house. In one way, this explains the unorthodox nature of Scorpios and actually sheds light on their nature of not wanting to conform. In fact, that's often the issues of Scorpios and the issue that they have with their parents, because parents often feel secure when their kids are doing and going along with the ways of the world, whereas the Scorpios are bold, they're courageous, they're unwilling to conform to the ways of the world. If we take a look at the seventh house of partnerships and relationships, we can see that it's ruled by Venus, which is the significator of marriage. Venus being a very sexual planet, along with the passionate or virulent natured Mars, makes Scorpio individuals quite a sensual and exotic sign in general. Even further, Venus owns the 12th house, which is a house that relates to all that goes along with the bed pleasures, therefore making Scorpios strongly interested in sex. It's interesting to note that due to Scorpio's strong sense of self and rather unorthodox nature to personal things such as sex, Scorpios need to be aware not to submerge their partner's individuality. And I mention this because Venus, the lord of the 7th house of relationships, is also the lord of the 12th house of loss. Therefore, if you allow your partner to express themselves appropriately, I think the relationship will be far more beneficial. If we take a look at the 10th house of career and profession, we can see that Scorpios have the makings of fame. Since the sun, a significator of fame, happens to be the lord of the 10th house of career, likewise, we've already mentioned that Scorpios have the courage to pursue what they believe in due to Mars, the ascendant lord, being exalted in the sign of Capricorn, which is the 3rd house of courage. Okay guys, this was simply a brief video on the general characteristics of Scorpio individuals. If you have any questions, feel free to enter them down below in the comment section. If not, you can visit us at VedicSage.com. Okay, until we meet next time, take care.